Have you ever wondered what this sign language is or where it came from? Have you ever wondered if the deaf can hear when they are putting on their hearing aid? Continue watching this video and you will know and stop wondering about all these questions. Before we get into the video, there are timestamps in the description box. You can decide what you want to watch first. The history of Kenyan Sign Language. Groups of deaf people have used sign language throughout history. It's not that they have started using sign language in the past few years. One of the earliest written records of a sign language is from the 5th century BC in Plato's Cratylus, where Socrates says, or rather asks, if we hadn't a voice or a tongue and we wanted to express things to one another, wouldn't we try to make signs or move our hands, our heads, or the rest of our bodies? Ask yourself that. In 1620, Juan Pablo de Bonet published the first book which had manual alphabets. They are also called fingerspelling systems. In 1755, Abbe Charles d'Ipe founded the first public deaf school. He is also considered the father of sign language. In Kenya, documented use of sign language can be traced back to 1958 and the early 60s, when the units for the deaf and schools for the deaf were published. In 1985, Dr. Michael Ndurumo came to Kenya and strongly advocated the use of sign language, signed English, and exact signed English in the education of the learners with hearing impairment. A research conducted in 1986 in the schools for the deaf revealed that the use of sign language was a better means of communication than the use of oral means. In the past, all the deaf children were taught using oral means just like any other student who is here, and this had no greater impact as the use of sign language. In 1986, Machakos School for the Deaf was started as a pilot school for use of total communication. I will make another video about total communication. In 1988, the government introduced the use of Kenyan Sign Language in all deaf schools and units in Kenya. What is sign language? Sign language is a visual gestural language that is used by the deaf and all those people who subscribe to their deaf community. These people might be me and you. Being able to communicate in sign language means that you have subscribed to the deaf community. There is a misconception that sign languages are dependent on spoken language, that sign language is spoken language that are expressed in sign language, or sign language was invented by the hearing. That's not true. Sign language, as any other language, borrows from the spoken language and any other language that they are in contact with. What is a hearing aid? A hearing aid is a device designed to improve hearing by making sounds audible to a person who has hearing loss. There are different types of hearing aids. 1. Completely in the ear canal hearing aid. 2. In the ear canal hearing aid. 3. Receiver in the ear canal hearing aid. 4. Behind the ear hearing aid. 5. Transistor body-worn hearing aid. These are not the only hearing aids that are available, but they are some of them. Do the deaf hear when they put on their hearing aid? A hearing aid only helps the deaf to be aware of environmental sounds. They make the sounds louder and audible and clear for them to hear. This also depends with the severity of the hearing loss. There are 4 kinds of severity of hearing loss. There is mild, moderate, severe, and profound. So, for the ones who have mild hearing loss, hearing aids might help them to understand speech. But those ones who have profound hearing loss, hearing aids only cannot help them to be near normal hearing. Why do the deaf produce loud sounds when they communicate to each other or to hearing people? The deaf communicate or make sounds that are louder because they are not able to hear themselves produce those sounds. For us hearing people, it is easy because you can hear yourself make a very loud sound or talk in low tones. So for the deaf, it is not that easy. Some produce a lot of noise because they cannot moderate or hear themselves produce those sounds. Some talk in a very low tone and others are very loud. Yes, the deaf can talk. Not all of them were born deaf. Some of them were born when they are able to talk, they are able to hear, but because of different things, they were not able to hear anymore. One of the things might be they had a disease. Another thing, they had an accident. So, not all the deaf people were born deaf. Some became deaf when they are already in this world. Feel free to ask any questions that you've been asking yourself that I have not tackled in the comment section. I'll be so happy to make another video concerning your questions. Remember to subscribe. Bye.